My name is Engineer Joseph Wakimani. I am serving as the current chairman of Thika Water and Sewerage Company. The last tariff period ended in November 2019. We applied for a new tariff structure, which is, like I've said, is regulated and it's approved by WASREB. In December 2019, we applied for a new tariff. Because of the pandemic that we have been experiencing, it has taken time to go through the stages of approval. We are now back to it, and where we have engaged different community leaders, industry leaders, and all the stakeholders, so that then we can go to the stage of approving a new tariff structure that will be operating under for the next 5 years. Tariff should help us give service. In order for us to give the services, the correct services to the people, we need to develop the infrastructure, and we need to cost recovery. We need to recover the costs of our operational and maintenance costs. We've just been barely managing that, but right now, with the the cost of living going up, that's why every other 5 years, every other 3 years, you revise this tariff structure so that the current situations on the ground are taken into account, and then you are able to then operate a company. The sustainability of the company is important for people to get the services that they require. I would like to say that Thika has grown from a small town to a town that is now having over 350,000 people, residents, according to the 2019 census. Now, that has stressed the water provision for us, because the design, the original design, and what we are having, the infrastructure that we are keeping right now in terms of water production, is what was there well before Thika Water and Sewerage Company became a company. It was just a department of Thika, the defunct Thika municipality. And so we have a dilapidated infrastructure which requires improvement if we are going to be able to continue providing this water and sewerage services to the people. So there is a lot we have moved into cashless payment of bills, so that we reduce fraud incidents. We have introduced a new billing system. We have introduced e-billing. People receive and they query their bills on phone. So those are just some of the very key. These, of course, even internally, we have also restructured our operations, our management, and gotten a situation where we are able to give better services to our people. But at the moment, like Thika people will testify, we are under a rationing program, because the production of water today, we are only able to produce a maximum 39,000 cubic meters of water per day, against a demand of 56,000 cubic meters per day. So that's why you have this rationing program that we are instituting. In the current, in the coming tariff period, we expect that we are going to have Karimino water supply project coming on stream in the next 1.5 years, and that is going to give us another 15,000 cubic meters. The tariff structure will give us an opportunity to do efficiency improvement within our company, so that we will, within the existing production mechanism, we will be able to add another 20,000 cubic meters of water per day by the time we finish the 5-year period. That will now accommodate, everybody. The demand will now almost be at par with what we are producing. We have a big project, very, very big project sponsored by Danida that is now almost at approval stage, which is going to take place in the next 4 years. Almost 13 billion Kenyan shillings, and that will do a new water treatment plant. It will improve our network. It will also have new sewerage treatment plants. It has those two components, and it's going to be a game changer in our water and sewerage services provision. I think by the end of this tariff period, which is for 5 years, we should be at par with our demand. And once we do the Danida project, we'll have excess water now.
My name is Moses Kinya. I'm the managing director, THIWASCO Water. The purpose for the review is to ensure that our company is sustainable. We are able to offer the services that are required. One thing I would like to inform our customers is that water is not a profit-making business. It is the costs that we incur. Water actually is free. If somebody goes to the river to get it, it's free. But the cost that we put in is to ensure that we are able to pump that water and clean it to World Health Organization standards and the Kenya Bureau of Standards, and then deliver it to your homes when it is piped. So that is the purpose, and that is the cost that we put on our tariffs. The tariffs are regulated by the regulator to ensure that they are done in the most efficient way, and there are conditionalities that are put there by the regulatory board to ensure that the customer is not exploited and that the service continues. And for the current tariff that we are reviewing, for the ordinary consumer, it will cost for every 20 liters just a shilling. For every 20 liters, it will be just a shilling. And that means it's affordable. Before we did the review, it's a requirement by the regulator that we carry out a socio-economic survey, and that was carried by experts, and the survey showed that the tariffs or the range of affordability, because that's very key, and the range that we are in is affordable to customers. In addition, when we compare our tariffs, the reviewed ones, with other water utilities that have reviewed theirs recently, we are actually the lowest among all the WSPs, or the water service providers in the country. Our tariffs still, the reviewed ones, are low, which is a reflection of efficiency that we have. You note that the non-revenue water in the country average is 47%, and ours is about 30%, which is quite below the average in the country, which is very commendable. And we actually want to bring it to below 25%, which is the sector benchmark, before the next 5 years. The other thing is when we review a tariff, we make promises to customers And in the previous review, we made very many promises in terms of pipe network, which I believe most of you have seen it. We have increased our pipe work from network from 578 kilometers in 2016 to a total network of 734 kilometers, and that is quite commendable, done with our internal funding from the revenues that we collect from you, the customers. We have also increased our customer base because of that from 26,000 to currently 38,000 water connections, and sewer connections we are at 14,000. And we are going to continue to grow because the town is growing. So those are some of the key achievements that we have made in terms, even also we have increased the production from 11.1 million cubic meters a year to 14 million cubic of waters per year. You also note we have increased the capacity of our sewerage treatment plant from 6,000 meter cubed per day to 16,000 meter cube treatment capacity, to ensure that as we take our water back to the rivers, it's clean, and also to increase our sewerage coverage. Those are some of the achievements that we have made, and we have also made other strides in terms of making it easy for customers to access our services. The queues we used to experience back in 2016 in terms of payments, they are no longer there. You don't need to come to our office to do any payment. You can pay online through our bank accounts or through our M-Pesa accounts, and even the bank, you can pay at an agent of Equity and Family and Cooperative Bank, and this has made it very easy for our customers. You can pay at night, you can pay on a Saturday or on a Sunday afternoon at the comfort of your seat. In addition, previously we used to send lead bills, paper bills. Currently we send by SMS. Bills are prompt every month at a particular time. If you look, if your bill comes around 25th, it may come earlier by 2 or later by 2 or 3 days. So we have really regularized on that and made it paperless. Those are some of the promises that we made in 2016 that we have achieved, including also buying a water buzzer to alleviate problems, because you realize we supply water by rationing because the demand of water, because of the growth of population, outstrips our supply, because infrastructure development did not match growth in population in prior years. And we have aligned projects to ensure that by 2025 we shall be supplying water 24/7 to every home. But for the time being, to ensure everybody receives a bit of water, we are supplying water through rationing. And in case you are strained, that's why we brought a water buzzer to ensure for emergency cases when your line probably is at a repair, we can supply you at very low cost. Our water buzzer, which is 9,000 liters, costs only 2,812 shillings, 2,800 shillings. And also to alleviate problems with institutions that are key, like the hospital, our public schools that are boarding, in case they have a problem, then we are able to alleviate that problem. So that's why we have the water buzzer.